race about to get underway though. The red lights are on the gantry. They go out now and the race gets underway, and it's that MX-5 that is on the inside line that qualified on pole position, that's been started there by Alan Henderson, that leads the way into Abbey for the first time. A great sight, 38 cars that we have starting this Jaguar Club Enduro Championship race that's going to be going on for the next 2 hours, and it is still Alan Henderson leading from Scott Parkin as they make their way down towards the village hairpin for the first time. Henderson in practice at 1:11.325. We go on board here with Scott Parkin's car as he comes out of village and down the hangar straight. You can see that Mazda MX-5 in a straight line is able to get away, Marcus.
Yeah, it's like a rocket, isn't it? And you can see that from Parkin's viewpoint that there was no limit straight back. It's a great cherry on this car that the team developed from standard road car.
He's lost out of position. I think that's Simon Major, isn't it, that's got up into second position, who won the road sports race solo yesterday. It's German driving today with Justin Middleton, but he's got ahead of Scott Parkin, who's gone down to third position. And as we come towards the end of this first lap of the race, and I'm not convinced that the timing screen has got that quite right at the moment, because our eyes are telling us that it's not that it's Henderson in the lead. Yes, that's right, so possibly an issue with his transponder. That could become annoying as the race goes on. And Henderson it is that's leading, then Major in second, Simon Parker in third, and Ian Jones up to fourth position as well, from ninth on the grid. So that's a good start to the race in that BMW compact. It's into the pits, goes the 10 car that started from the back anyway, and Rob Fennick.
Yeah, well, a shame to be out so early, or in trouble so early into our race, and something's just done that, see what they can do.
Yeah, he is in fifth position. That's the BMW ahead of the BMW compact of Ian Jones and Martin Gasper, modified BMW compact. And you can see how tight it is between those three cars ahead of us. While Parkin in the Darkside developments car.
Well, you see his pro up there, a couple of places up, engaged in battle with Simon Major, in second place. The first one Parkin, then that W. Jones in the second Parkin stand. Well, let's be actually up there, Paul Brown's hanging in there. Paul Son Luke, who popped out green Cupra on strong road position.
Yeah, it's Paul on board at the moment, but possibly Luke will set the time.
Across the curve, quite sideways, was the BMW Scirocco there.
That's the 183 car, that's Edward Cook, the green Scirocco that he shared with Stephen Cook. Good to see that as the 69 car goes through. That's started by Matthew Hampson, and that car has dropped outside of the top 10. It's in 16th position. Alan Schultz is the quicker driver of the two, taking over later on, and we'll probably try and get that car a bit further back up the order again. Yes. So we've got three different classes racing in Club Enduro, and they are based on a power-to-weight ratio split. And it's 300 brake horsepower for Class A, and that's where the number 10 car came from. And as you can see, that seems to have broken at the moment, unfortunately. Class B is for cars with 240 brake horsepower per tonne, and Class C, the limit is 180 brake horsepower per tonne. There's three different classes. Class C, probably the least well supported today, but we've got 13 cars in Class B, 15 in Class A, and 9 in Class C. Seems to be the make-off thing. So fairly good numbers there. We can see the number 83 car going through. That's one of the Class B cars. That's Will Puttergill and Chris Nyland. Puttergill at the wheel of that car at the moment, and they are indeed the class leaders in the points coming into this weekend, having won the two previous rounds at Plantagenet Grand Prix circuit. That was in May, and Snetterton in June, which was the previous meeting for these cars about 2 months ago now. So it's been quite a gap in the calendar for the Jaguar Club Enduro Championship.
It's been quite success story, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Just, 2 or 3 seasons. Big grids, very car, quality engine.
Yes, it was, just looking back to see exactly when it was that Club Enduro was inaugurated. The trial race was in 2015 at Snetterton, which was sort of an elongated road sports race at the time. But then it was a yeah, exactly, a full season from 2016 with 3 races that year. I think 5 races the following year, and then it's built into a full championship over the subsequent seasons, and it really was a bit of a first. Others have since imitated since it was created, but it's still as popular as ever. As I say, almost 40 cars on the grid this weekend in the TDI Club Enduro Championship. There's a lot for everyone to play for. There's also the Clubman Cup for older cars as well, and that's being led by Chris Nylands and William Puttergill in their Motion Motorsport cars so far this season. That's for cars of more than 10 years of age, effectively. So on board with Scott Parkin, who's in 3rd position, so he's lost a little bit of contact now with Simon Major, it would seem. He's a bit further up the road, just going through the left-hander, then down towards the right-hand hairpin at Village, turning their way through that, and through the left-hand kink, and then onto that right-handed link section that brings them on to the Grand Prix circuit, onto the Hanger Straight, where they run out wide over the exit of, well, this is, I suppose, Chapel Curve, isn't it, on the Grand Prix circuit, and on to a long Hanger Straight.
Losing ground down the straight, that's for sure.
And up ahead, you can see already that Alan Henderson is getting into traffic. We're only on lap 6 of the race. There's quite a differential between front and back. There's one car coming quite slowly up the pit straight, I can see from our commentary box window. Rox is just getting the binoculars on that to see if we can identify the car. It is indeed 62, which is, that's the lead Andy Sadler and Andy Gage. The lead Andy Sadler started that car. You can see it on screen now. It's just going to pull up by the safety car, more or less, at the end of the pit lane, although now he's decided to get going again, so possibly he's realised that he can get back round at least to the pit lane entrance and get some remedial work done. Let's head down to the pit lane for the first time, and Kieran McGinley is there. Let's see who he's got.
Early issue here for the number 10 machine. I'm down here now with Andrew Shepard. This happened very early on the first lap.
Yeah, so we had a pressure regulator valve go in road sports yesterday, so but obviously in Sunday we could get spare parts, so the team managed to get one off an engine that they had, and they've driven it from Peterborough here today, so we fitted it this morning, so we missed qualifying, so we've gone out, not really tested the car since the valve was fitted, so we've obviously got some form of issue with that, so we're just trying to work out what that is, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get it rectified back out.
Absolutely, we'll keep a close eye on you. I mean, a spanner in the works to happen so early as well.
Yeah, not great, especially off the back of a faultless Friday test and a fairly faultless road sports up into the last 2 or 3 laps, so yeah, hopefully we can get some racing today.
Yeah, absolutely, but when was Rob saying about the problem? Was it very early on in the lap?
Yeah, as soon as he went out really, obviously we did the 2 green flag laps, but we noticed the fault as soon as he got on full throttle, so...
Well, best of luck, mate. Hopefully you can get it back out there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew Shepard. Back to you in the commentary box.
Thank you, Kieran. As we're watching the number 77 car going through, that's Daniel Perry in the Ginetta G40 GT5. He has just got through. He's in 26th position, 3rd in Class C at the moment. That's being led by Ash Moore in the championship leading car. They're looking to extend their faultless run of 3 wins from 3 so far. 2nd in that class, but already quite a long way behind the class leader, Paul Sbiani and Johnny Hayes, and then Perry and Banks there right with Hayes and Sbiani. They are in 3rd place. So about 14-second lead in Class C for Ash Moore, but then 2nd and 3rd are right together within Class C. So we're only about 10 minutes into this race. That's the 25 car we can see there. That's Colin Gillespie sharing the car with the sometime F1000 racer Aman Iyengar, the man from Pune in India. And already, now we were saying earlier on that we haven't seen any track limit penalties this weekend, and then within 10 minutes of the Club Enduro race starting, with one for Matthew Hampson. So he has car number 69. Now he's running in 15th position at the moment.
Accumulate as we go along.
Yes, so
Repeat offender gets.
there'll be another 10 seconds next time, and then I think it's either 30 seconds or a drive-through actually, if you exceed again. And obviously there's still 11/12ths of this race left to go. Now perhaps I won't be in the car for all of it, because at some point it will hand over to Henderson, but I think it resets the penalty situation.
That Mazda leads is absolutely fabulous. We've seen this last year.
Yeah.
Talking about it and showing signs of problems at that point, but still going through that phase where things were breaking and they were kind of discovering what needed beefing up. As it's all one off themselves, so develop as you go along. Really great job that looks.
It does, and already it's beaten its own lap. Well, I think it's not its own lap record. It was Alan Henderson who had the lap record, but in a different car. I think on Lotus, possibly a few years ago. But that was a 112.33, and already we've gone down to a 111.682 during the course of this race, which is 3/10 off what he did in qualifying, which in its own right is a 93-mile-an-hour lap.
We don't know such a
Yeah. Exactly, so that's a good effort. Now, of course, he's going to be looking to get a clear lap for the rest of the race, so that's clearly going to start to have an impact. The ability to set really quick individual lap times. But on that last lap, by the way, Simon Major did take about 2/10 out of the Henderson race lead. They've just come across the line again. The gap has got out that time to 3.3 seconds.
Yeah, just was fucking traffic as we saw. And now, of course, that situation was chasing to contend.
Yeah, so it's Henderson, number 90, I should say, that leads. We've got 18, Simon Major in second place. Number 1, Scott Parkin is third. Number 17, Ian James is fourth. Ryan Parkin, number 6, is in fifth place. And number 34, Greg Saunders is in sixth. In Class B at the moment, the lead is with Chris Webster, actually, and Matthew Tidmarsh in their Golf Livered Ginetta. From in second place within that class, Portugal and Chris Nyland. And third place in that class, Toby Partridge and Paul Woodward in the BMW. So three different types of car in the first three places within that class. And Class C, I told you a moment ago that that's Ashmore that is ahead there. So working our way around the 11th lap of this race. We will head down to pit lane once again, and Kieran McGinley is there.
I'm down here in the garage of the number 62. I'm here with Andy Gay, and well, Lee Gentry saying he brought the car in very early on. What seems to be the issue?
We've had a few issues with overheating this weekend, and having ranked a couple of engines early in the year, we thought it's best to have a look at it. Seems to have dropped his temperature down a little bit now, so we're going to limit our revs.
It's a long way to go to nurse an issue. Are you confident you can make it?
Of course. Well, we've come all this way, so we'll do our best.
You've got to adjust your driving style for later on in the race as well, haven't you, when you jump in?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to try and we've stopped limiting ourselves to about 6,000 revs, and the airflow will keep it cool enough that the engine survives.
Let's hope it does. Fingers crossed for everything for you, Andy. Good luck with the rest of the race. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you for the commentators.
Thank you, Kieran. So the race continues. There's the 333 car, which is Thomas Stedman in the Mazda MX-5, the 36-year-old automotive engineer from Warwick in one of those Class C cars. And there you see the number 169 car that's just ahead of it on track. And so there you go. So the battling for 33rd and 34th positions. And they've got quicker cars from Class A coming through to Lackland. 15 minutes, another 15 minutes and the pit lane window will be open. One thing to note, by the way, about pit stops is they cannot be taken during a safety car period. So if you're in when the safety car comes out onto the track, then you can completely stop. You cannot make a mandatory stop either during the safety car period, and you cannot follow the safety car in at the end of the safety car period either. You have to do one more lap after that. There's the Browse car. That is running where? In 11th position. Oh dear, that's a shame. That's the Alan Henderson car. Well, we've seen before that it's a very fast car, but can be fragile. But Alan Henderson leaping that, coasting that Mazda home to the pit lane. That's a great shame. He's only managed about the distance of a sprint race there, 15 minutes unfortunately. And he's heading into the pit, so that means now that Simon Major takes the lead of the race by 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds from Scott Parkin, and Ian Jones in the BMW Compact moves up to 3rd, Ryan Parkin moves up to 4th, and Greg Saunders up into 5th position. There's our Class C leader though, that's the 195 car, Ashmore at the wheel at the moment. It's good to see that out because it was involved in an incident yesterday in the road sports race with another car that we're expecting to see out today, Alex Wilkinson Hughes in the Scuderia Dave Mazda MX-5, made contact with that car, having the MX-5 having made contact with the back marker during the road sports race. So good to see the 195 Civic out in the race today. But there's the number 1 car, Scott Parkin, twin of Ryan Parkin. You can see a place called one off into the gravel trap there. It's one of the MX-5s. Just struggling to see what the number is on that one though. It's the 169 car, as we get a different angle we're looking at just a few moments ago, and that is the car of Matthew Simonite and James Mansell. And I think it was Matthew Simonite that started that car, so that's the gravel trap, so I wonder if that could precipitate a caution period, possibly.
It's quite a long way off, isn't it?
It is. There's Henderson in the pit lane, car being lifted up while some examination work is done. And we'll see if they can get that car back out into the race. Of course, this cannot count as the mandatory stop. You have to make a 3-minute mandatory stop in the pit window. Obviously, pit stops outside of that window can be made, but they don't have to be 3 minutes in duration. But a great shame, that Marcus, that this remarkable car is looking like it's going to be, if not out of the race, then somewhat delayed.
Whether it's a diff issue or something like that.
So there you can see the battle for 9th and 10th place. That's Ben Williams and Paul Browse, number 82 and 22, both in Cupras.
Paul Browse had a slow-moving glass car, so really vivid. Stable.
There is Ashmore once again in that 195 car, prepared by Motion Motorsport. We prepare a lot of cars, a lot of in particular Civics. We've seen several of their cars out in like Time Car Trophy as well. And there you can see Ashmore waving a faster car past. In that case, it's the number 34 car of Gregory Saunders, who's in 5th position at the moment in his Cupra. Just not wanting to be delayed by having to sort of dive out of the way of the faster car. So he's still major leader, but only by 0.4 of a second from Scott Parkin in 2nd place. That's Ryan Parkin, I think we've just seen go through our shot, who's in 4th position. And there is our Class B leader, that is Chris Webster in the Ginetta.
That's classic, that Golf livery with the broad arrow over the top. It looks just like the old Golf Porsche 908.
Safety car.
Florio.
Indeed. So safety car is out, which is not too much of a surprise with that Matthew Simonite Mazda that needed to be recovered from the gravel trap. It had gone a long way off. A great shame for Matthew Simonite and James Mansell.
Simonite family who were the stars of off-road racing.
Yes.
All those years ago.
They were.
Melons, not
Yes.
Jack Simonite.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of sisters that both raced, weren't they? Yeah. Whether Matthew is related or not, I'm not sure, but he's from Chesterfield, 36 years of age.
Derbyshire, Yorkshire borders.
Yeah, exactly. Been racing since 2013 in MX-5s and C1s and Type R Trophy. And in this white and blue MX-5 Sport built by Matt himself. It's actually the car that runs on fossil-free synthetic fuel, or did until it ended up in the gravel trap. Now, who's this in the pit lane? Oh, it's just having a look which car it is.
Simmons.
Yes, it's Etienne Simmons, isn't it? In the number 9 car, the Honda Civic Type R. So that car has come in from towards the back of the field a few laps ago, actually, by the looks of it. Looking at the timing screen. So there's the safety car. It's not picked up the leader, so I imagine it will have to do a wave through of several cars until it picks up Simon Major, who...
Problem is, they could actually be running around here for a couple of laps, etc., and then find that one or two of them retreated to the pits when the window opens.
Only they can't make their pit stop behind the safety car. So yes,
so you don't know who's read the rules.
Exactly right. So there's about 6 cars, I think, that need to be waved through. One driver's got his hand down in the cockpit. I don't know if that's just for the cooling effect. That's William Buttergill, I think, in number 83 Type R. Let's head back down to the pit lane once again, and let's see who Kieran's got to talk to this time.
Thank you very much. Well, we're down here in the garage of the number 9. We just saw the Civic hurry away under the safety car. I'm here with Kiefer Del Piero. Kiefer, what was the issue that caught you in the pits?
So we believe cylinder 2 was misfiring. We're unsure what it was. We've done a quick diagnostics with our great team here. We think we've solved it. We sent Ethan back out, phenomenal driver. I'm sure he'll do great. We're going to treat a bit more of a test now and hopefully get a good result at the end of it. We've still got pit stop to go, it's 2 hours. If you watch Le Mans or any other endurance racing, you know anything can happen. That's why we love motorsport. So let's just see what happens.
Absolutely. I think you were telling me, is this your first Club Enduro race?
First Club Enduro race, yeah. So we're testing it out for Alton Park next month and Donington. Looking to get good results, but of course we've got to test and understand what's going on. So hopefully we do good here and bigger bright things and a full season next year.
Yeah, and hopefully under the safety car you can sort of understand if the problem's been fixed.
Maybe, it depends. Now we can't put under safety car to do our regulatory pit stop. However, yeah, we'll understand the problem. We might not have lost too much time, maybe a couple of laps, but Ethan's a good driver. I'm sure we'll do well.
I'm sure you will. Kiefer, thank you so much for the chat. Enjoy the rest of the race if you can.
Yeah, if I can. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kiefer. Thank you very much. And it's back to you in the commentary box.
Thanks, Kieran. So safety car train is just screwing past our commentary box, actually. There you can see Matthew Simonite's OnlyFans sponsored car being recovered by the JCB. So at the end of lap 17, it's number 18, Simon Major, that leads the race from number 1, Scott Parkin in second. Third is number 117, Ian Jones. Fourth is number 6, Ryan Parkin. Fifth is number 34, Greg Saunders. Sixth is 25, Colin Gillespie. Seventh is the 721 car, which is that of Chris Murphy.
Henderson Master is back out into the fray.
That is good news, and it has lost 2 laps, I think, only 2 laps. 8th is number 444, that's Claire Norman starting that car. 9th is number 82, Ben Williams, and 10th is number 22, Paul Browse. In the classes, Class B is headed by Chris Webster in the Ginetta from Will Pottergill, which is one of the first cars behind the safety car at the moment. Then in third in that class it's Sandro Ballesteros in the Audi TT. In Class C it's still Ash Moore that leads from Daniel Perry and John Peerless. So that's the way of things. We're looking at one of the Motion Motorsport cars there, and that is the 83 car that's in the pits that was leading, or was second I should say, within Class B, and that's being jacked up now. And again, this cannot be a mandatory stop because A, we've not got to the 30-minute mark in the race yet, and B, the safety car is out there. So looks like they're working on something on the front right of that car. That's a shame, because that's the car leading the Class B Championship coming into this weekend, having won 2 out of the 3 races. Had a non-finish at Croft in the opening round of the season when Jonathan Packer won Class B. Class A so far this season, Scott Parkin won at Brands Hatch and won at Snetterton, but at the opening round of the season it was James Collins and Joel Oswick that won at Croft. So 2 of the classes have had a two-time winner, and Class C has had a three-time winner in Ashmore and Samuel Dennis. They are leading Class C here again today. Chris Kimmon has been very busy, and he's got another driver to sort in the pit lane.
Down here now at the garage B number 83 Civic. I'm here with Chris Nyland. Chris, can you tell us what the problem was?
Well, Will's just reported a puncture for what he thought was a puncture from the car. Obviously it's come in, I don't think it is that. There's more mechanical sound, a bit of a knocking or something. So obviously the guys are just having a look over the car now. But they haven't really reported what it is, to be honest, at the moment.
So it's still investigation. Is it a case of send it out and see what happens now?
I believe so, yeah. We'll see what they're doing at the moment. Even if they're not happy with it, they're not going to send it out. No emotion anyway. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I suppose as well, under the safety car, you've got, in theory, a little bit more time without losing too many laps.
Yeah, but because it's an unscheduled stop, it's kind of the end of the game, really. I mean, he was doing so well as well. We've gone up from, I think, third, second. We're in second. Lap times are looking good. Cars are really stable. I'm going to say he's calling it a day with him getting out, so unfortunately it's end of our day, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a shame to see, Chris, but I'll hopefully enjoy the rest of the afternoon as much as you can.
Exactly, yeah.
So thank you for chatting, Chris, and back to you in the commentary box.
Yes, thank you very much. A shame then it looks like the end of the road for the number 83, Peter Gill and Nyland Honda Civic. It was going well, second place, all within Class B. So a few cars seemingly out of contention already in this race.
Yeah, quite a few of the class favourites here in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. So see what's going, how things going to pan out. I think it's still good though for our overall championship leaders in the Tiki-Wa Club Enduro Championship as they move into this fourth round. Safety car lights are off, so it looks like we're going to get going this time around.
It's 1:33, an hour and 33 still to go. In scoots the GAN. Here is leader then, Simon Major. So the Darkside developments Audi TC parking right up his chuff and not let go.
Now there's a bit of a gap there. You can see Ian Jones, the BMW Compact, ducking out from behind one of the other cars, and Ryan Parkin trying to do likewise. They were behind some slower cars, weren't they? So they're a little bit delayed. Couldn't really capitalise on the restart to the extent that they would have liked. But we're back green flag racing again with 28 minutes of the race now gone, and 2.5 minutes before the pit lane window opens for the mandatory stops as well. So it's a change of lead. Yes, a change of lead down there. So it's Scott Parkin that's got ahead of Simon Major. So a very good restart for the Darkside Performance car, Marcus.
Yeah, indeed. He's obviously anticipated that very, very well. But is Major going to come back in down to the straight, sweep to the outside down to the slow corner. It's not close enough, surely, to get from there around the outside, but we saw well amazing to the 1,000 yesterday. But it is parking hands-on, so he needs to line Vale. But
just on the screen there we can see the Class B leader, Chris Webster, got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. So that is going to be to their detriment. We're trying to see if there's anyone else within 5 seconds of them in their class though. Probably there will be for the moment after that safety car pit, but maybe not for much longer. But sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, so looking at Major coming back and Parkin will be fiercely hot in the cockpits of those cars.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be very warm in there. I mean, it's a pleasant day. Actually, if you're outside, I think it's quite a nice day. But in the if you're in a car or a commentary box for that matter, it can get a bit on the warm side. There you can see the Alan Henderson car that's back in the race. That just went through shot. So we'll see what that can do if it can set some decent lap times. It was lost a couple of laps. Yeah, but only 2 laps adrift, and certainly will be able to make some forward progress, one would think. And there's the 18 car of Major then, and you can see he's about 4 or 5 car lengths behind Scott Parkin.
I almost think at this stage of the race, just happy to track. Scott Parker, provided that no one from behind Jones the BMW makes significant inroads into their advantage. It's not a huge advantage, but you can see visually in the shots that Jones is there or thereabouts. The Henderson Mazda is going strongly again, but of course that's playing catch up. It's very lengthy. Stop.
Worth mentioning as well that Scott Parker does have a 30-second penalty successfully served at the pit stop as well, which is going to be quite tough to make up, one would think. And Simon Major has a lesser penalty at 10 seconds, and there's basically 20-second differential between them at pit stops to be served. So providing Major can keep Scott Parker in his sights, he should come out of the pit stops in front. We're down to how well they race, and it's going to Justin Middleton that's going to take over from Simon Major for the second part of the race. Pit lane window is now open, by the way. A few people have stopped already, but for non-mandatory stops, so we'll keep an eye on our timing screens as well.
2 to 3 lines of traffic making its way down the hanging straight towards, so that's the Ivan Bears BMW.
Yeah, it's not got either aboard it though, I don't think, today.
But we've seen do engine a weekend attached before.
Yeah, I think either looking at the entrance hood was deleted. It's just Cameron Reed, therefore, that's at the wheel of that car today. There is the Class B leader with its 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Yes, Cameron Reed, in his first season of racing in that number 316 car, in track days before, he's done some coaching with the Supercar Experience Company, attended a lot of his older brother's racing events in a C1 and the VW Classics, but has only had this car for a few months. But let's head down to the pit lane once again and hear from Kieran.
So down here now at the garage of the 169, the Mazda MX-5 with James Mansell. James, there's a lot of gravel coming up from under the car. What happened?
So I hit one of the curbs through the complex a couple of laps ago. I think it knocked the toe arms on the back. So I had a couple of laps where the alignment was basically moving every corner. So it was a bit of a struggle to get round. And I just coming into the corner, coming off the back straight. I don't know all the corner names. Coming into the corner off the back straight, it just got really loose. And you know, with the alignment just moving, I was just trying to catch it. I just couldn't catch it. So went into gravel. I don't want to think what speed, but yeah, went into gravel. Got covered in gravel and got beached. Couldn't get it back out.
That's a shame, but your team will work very hard to get all the gravel out there. Is this something that you can manage to get back out there?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, they're getting gravel out. We've got the bumper back on already because I'm ranking off. So we're just we're going to have to try and do a super quick alignment. I don't think we've got time to get stripped out and stuff, so we're just going to try and get this alignment, make sure it's tight again. It'll be compromised, obviously. It's not going to be pointing straight properly, but it'll get us back out, I think.
Great stuff. And James, I'm sure this won't knock your confidence one bit, will it?
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Good stuff, James. Thank you so much for the chat. Good luck for the rest of the race. Hope to see you back out there. Thank you. That's James, and it's back to you in the commentary box.
So on the screen there, 1 minute stop and go penalty for car 62, which is the Lee Dudley Sadler and Andy Gay cars. That would be for some kind of infringement, either when that car was in the pits or possibly behind the safety car, one might think, something like that.
That came to the pits a lot in.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, from the first corner, Abbey.
Yeah, may not have liked that, I guess. So we've got 1 hour and 25 minutes left to go. It's still Scott Parker leading by 8/10 from Simon Major. There's the Paul Browse car that's in 10th position at the moment. And it is a lap apart from the car that was with it on track there, which was Ashmore in that 195 Class C leading Honda Civic. Heading on to the Hannah Straight once again. There is that Browse car. It really does stand out, doesn't it? It's really well mentioned. It's a lot of these two market glass liveried car. Off down through Stowe towards the Vale. Oh, and Henderson has just done a fastest lap of the race at the MX-5, so it's working okay. A 1:11.549, so he reduces his own lap record. It's still in 30th position, still 2 laps off the lead, but the MX-5 seems to be firing on all cylinders.
Hopefully they'll make up a bunch of places, run strongly to the end. It's going to be up the question, isn't it? But nonetheless, later down, Marco with that fast slap us now. There's the Skoda class keeper, Paul Brown, and St. Luke from Suffolk.
Yeah, quite a few of these TCR cars on the grid. There's lots of TCR cars at Silverstone this week. And some on the other end of the circuits as well, the national track today. A great number of them in this TQ1 Club Enduro Championship. They've proved quite a popular option for Class A TCR-based cars. We saw 7 laps from Motorsports yesterday as well.
Nothing about better than Europe, etc.
There in the pits is Scott Parkin then from the lead of the race. So this will be from mandatory stop. To be 3 minutes and 30 seconds in his case. He is a solo driver, so he's not going to have to sort of change drivers or anything like that. And with that extra 30 seconds, they've got just plenty of time to do everything that they need to. He's going to get back into the car now. He's 34 years of age, from Bartley, owner of Darkside Developments, enjoys racing with his twin brother Ryan. Been racing for 5 years, started out in the Track Day Championship within a Seat B for TDI, and progressed through golfs and towards this Audi TT TDI to 2017. Built car, 2-litre diesel with 340 brake horsepower, and it was built originally by Slide Sports, but the car stripped back to a bare shell and rebuilt by Darkside with his 2-litre TDI engine sequential gearbox that it has.
Don't have any notes to it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for them.
All important in endurance racing. Yeah. So there's the Mazda MX-5 that was leading in the early stages and is still very much the quickest car out on circuit with a 1:11.549. I think it's only Major that's the other driver into the 1:11s, just a 1:11.997 that he set a while ago. He's still, he's now leading as the Thomas segment of the car gets a little bit out of shape through the link onto the Hender straight. So yeah, there it is, the Alan Henderson MX-5 shared with Daniel Irving, who will be out for the second part of the race after the mandatory pit stops. Besides Scott Parkin, no one else seems to have taken the option of a pit stop just yet. Plenty of time to take it. It goes up until the 15 minutes from the end of the race mark. There's an hour of quarter in which to make your stop. And many drivers and teams, I imagine, will go reasonably close to the 1 hour, especially if they're trying to split the drive between 2 drivers. They'll be contributing equally financially to the race weekend. So that's the leading car going through. There is the Jones car, and that's interesting because the Jones BMW Compact was now very close, as you can see. There it is, it's just going past that orange Audi TT. There was 0.8 of a second between them at the start of the lap, and not much more than that now. The Browse car is into the pit lane. I think it's hand over to Luke. We'll do that momentarily. You can see Scott Parkin still in the pit lane as well, but just about to come through Club Corner, I think, is going to be our race leader. Not quite there yet. But anyway, we'll pick up on that in a moment. We're watching the 55 car go through, which is the car that Paul Simerson starts, the BMW GT4 car that's come out for the first time this season in TQ1 Club Enduro. Good to have Paul Simerson there, the 47-year-old from Leicester. Started racing in the Friday Challenge in 2018, about 5 or 6 years of that, including at the support race at Le Mans in 2023. But he had a nasty injury after a crash at Spa in the final race of last year, so good to get him back out. Right, further problems for the 62 car, which has got a 45.1 second time penalty now because they've got a stop go penalty road. Right, here are the, yes, that's Ryan Parker is going through in third, isn't it? That's the 197 car, which is, I think, a lapped car, is it not? Of Daniel Jude, yes it is. Just looking to see where the leaders are, because they should be quite close together. And yeah, they're at the back of the shot. Yeah, not quite going to follow them out, unfortunately, which is Simon Major and Ian Jones, who, as they go on to a new lap, are separated by less than 1 second.
Yeah, very close together, and 4 abreast coming up here towards Tommy.
Including Scott Parkin, who's now back out into the race then in that number 1 car. So he gets clears a bit of traffic as quickly as he possibly can. So where has he come back in? He's come back in behind actually the MX-5, so it's more than 2 laps that you lose, close to 3 laps that you lose. You've got a 3 minute 30 second stop within the mandatory stops, and he's now showing on our time screens in 30th position, but one of the few drivers to have made stops.
Yeah, so that's that pit stop. Shoot up the order, but instead, Genki and then Mazda comes out onto the hangar straight with the bonus to pick up out over a slight camber there.
He did a slow lap the last time through, though, the Mazda 129, which makes me a little bit worried about it, because I've been doing 111s, so we'll keep an eye on her.
Very long.
Yeah, a long delay. So there's Scott Parkin going through there. I think there might be a car stopped at Chapel at the exit of the link, but we can't, it's not within the range of our cameras, but we do think there's a car missing. It's possibly the number 183 car. That's got a little warning triangle next to our timing screen, which is the Edward Cook car. And the 183 car, that's the Scirocco that, I think the green Scirocco, wasn't it, that was going well in the early stage today. So that might be stopped just out of the range of our cameras.
It's interesting because I don't see too much in the way of flags there. Suggesting
No.
there was a Porsche.
It could be so far to see at that part of the circuit as well, with the BMW having had a spin. Keen if we can to try and pick up the leader, because there's only 0.8 of a second between Simon Major and Ian Jones in the BMW compact. Just try and work out where they are on circuit at the moment. And they're just coming through Abbey now. They're heading down towards Village, so we'll see if we can pick them up. Here they are, then the 2 leaders. They're just in behind the number 55 Simerson car. Major up the inside of it, and Ian Jones follows, sometimes compact cup racer, but yeah, these are the 2 leaders, and that BMW has gone really well to get within half a second now of the race leader numbers.
Yeah, it's concentrating now very much on reading the circuit ahead, looking up past the race leader to the traffic they are approaching. So there's quite a heavy group of them, and right under the wing of the group there is Ian Jones, and that's a very muscular looking BMW compact. Fail. Catch really slow cars and cars that just in position. There you've got to wait until the straights if you can. Make your way safely through the go past the team. It's the first move.
I'll be intrigued to see The relative pace of the two second drivers, I think probably, certainly Simon Major is probably the quickest of the two drivers in that team, and Ian Jones certainly is in the BMW number 117, but the relative pace of the two drivers in the second part of the race could be very important. Here with two leads, and they're right in traffic as well. That's the Treble 7 Golf, I think, that they, of Rob Andrews and Andrew Fletcher, that they're about to pass. They do pass, and Ian Jones dives out of the slipstream here, tries to get alongside Simon Major down into Stowe corner, disappears out of shot. He's gone so wide into the corner, but couldn't get through that. Another BMW ahead of them that they need to try and lap as well.
Fascinating dynamic this dice, isn't it? Because physical size of the Cooper, so Cooper, BMW looks, dare I say, compact in comparison.
Yes.
Tracking the Jones.
0.2 of a second the gap at the end of that lap. Both in the mid 114s as they work their way through traffic that time. They're coming up to lap the Edward Christie BMW now. Quite a few BMWs on this race, in fairness.
Audi TT is now in the pits, the 6th car.
Yes, that'll be Ryan to hand over to Dylan Brichter for the second, well, not half of the race, still about, what, 62% of it to go, according to the timing bar on the timing screen. And more than half of the race to go for Dylan Brichter. Oh, and a spin for Scott Parkin in the background there. Scott Parkin has spun at the exit of the link, and he is able to get the car turned around. That's very strange. It looks to be all on his own as well. A few cars going a bit wider there. There's some further down the circuit.
Surface there.
Oh, that's also where we thought there was might have been a car stopped a bit further around the corner.
Yeah, and again, we saw Jones there slide out on the curb, but he just ran out of road in front of the tree. Understeered and up the curb, so
yeah, there's not a lot of green on the timing screen. There's lots of yellow, which tends to suggest that there are a few drivers improving their lap times. So maybe there is something down on the circuit. Although with Ryan Parkin then, or sorry, Dylan Brichter as it will now be, having taken over from Ryan Parkin and gone out into the race. Just passing this Golf down the hang straight, blue flags waving. Out there, I think we just saw the right hand side of the shot, the green car. That will have been the Scirocco that had stopped. It was in a slightly different place than we thought, but it was on the opposite side. But yeah, just out of range of our cameras on the Hank Split, we've picked it up thanks to the onboard camera on Dylan Brichter's car there that has resumed the race ahead of Scott as well, and that's because they did not have a penalty to serve at the pit stop. It was a 3-minute dead stop for them rather than 3-minute 30 as Scott had to serve. And there's Claire Norman. She's into the pits to hand over to Alan Blencoe. Claire getting out of the car.
their teammates in the BMW Cup a long time ago. G40 series?
Yes, that's right. Championship that was, very exciting. So drivers have to be out of the car while work is done on the car, particularly for refuelling. There's a big fan there just to help the cooling while the car is stationary. So hopefully prevent any overheating. Looks like they're doing a wheel change there on the left front on that car as well.
Yes, that's consistent with loading. There we go.
Yeah, and that's Major and it's Dylan Brichter, isn't it? Basically, they are 3 laps apart, those two. But now Brichter getting in between the 2 race leaders. Not a lot. It's almost like Brichter's battling for position here. Whereas alas, he's not, because he's served his stop, and we're still one of the very few that have. Perhaps a quarter, if that, of the cars have stopped so far for a mandatory stop at least, so not too many going early. I think in the next 10 minutes or so we'll see a bit more activity down there in the pit lane. let's head down to the pit lane once again. Kieran McGinley is found someone else to chat to.
Right, down here now in the number 6 car, the LTT. Ryan Parkin is here just out of the car. Ryan, how was that stint? You ended up third overall after that.
Yeah, sweaty. But they were good. I think that was as quick as the car was going to go. I will try my best to manage the tyres from these your kind of tyres, the quickest ones you can get. But you've really got to be careful not to overheat them and just go crazy. Yeah, managing them. I wanted a bit more camera this morning, but the guys we know testing didn't want to give it me, even though I took that opportunity, it would have been too bad. But yeah, they didn't give it me, and then straight away I'm like, we couldn't do with that. Yeah, the track feels pretty slippy. Yeah, I think it feels good otherwise. The guys who are in front, Scott is good, and I just don't think I've got a measure of them. Yeah. See what Dylan can do.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan's in now. What can he do? What do you reckon?
I think at the worst he'll stay where we want. And I think there's a chance he can get up there with a little bit of bad luck from somebody else maybe. But I think if everybody does what they've already been doing, it's going to get, I think.
I think you'll probably need a cool down as well as a cool down there, because then Scott, we saw, had a couple of issues with speed.
Yeah, somebody's just running to the side of Scott. I think they've understeered into him, some back marker or somebody else, I'm not sure. But it's just one of them things in multi-class racing. But it looks like he's got a sort of toe in on his rear wheel now, so it's really slowing him down. But he'll keep going until the end down. As long as he's tired and fall off, he'll be fine.
All right, good luck for the rest of your race.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm getting in the Swift next as well.
You are as well, yeah. I mean, the Swift's there. I mean, I was just going to ask you. I was trying to find one of you at lunch, but
It's on the live stream, but it's a little bit delayed, so you've gone by the time we've been back into the garage.
before to get behind the wheel of one of those?
Yeah, it was pretty good fun. Obviously, what we've got is faster, but when there's 30 cars all going the same speed, it makes no difference. You still have a lot of fun. So, yeah, real looking forward to it. I think we might build one next year, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, good luck for that race as well. Good luck for this one.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's 1-1 with the end Scott in them, so whoever wins takes the glory in the Swiss.
Game on.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks, Ryan. Cheers for that. Back to you in the commentary box.
Thanks, Kieran. Good to hear from Ryan Parkin down there. He's out of the car, and Victor's taken over. And just hearing that, so it sounded like Scott did have some contact with another car, which possibly caused that moment for him and lost him a bit of time. So order is still Simon Major leading in number 18. He's got now a bit more of a gap, 1.6 seconds over Ian Jones in second. Greg Saunders goes up to third, Colin Gillespie fourth, Chris Murphy fifth, and Ben Williams sixth. Class B, that's still being led by Chris Webster, but he only has a relatively narrow lead over Sandro Ballesteros in that class, and third in that class is the number 88 car, which is Joe Williams in the Golf, and Class C is being led still by Ash Moore from Daniel Perry and John Peerless. That's the order of things across the three different classes, as we have 67 minutes of this 2-hour race left to go. The lead out to 2.3 seconds now, so another 0.6 advanced by Major on that last lap. That's the number 34 car just going through shot briefly. There is Scott Parkin, number 1, heading through Club Corner now. He's up to 21st position. He is, of the cars that have made their stops, only third. One of them is still in the pits, but that will be because, well, actually, I'm including now the Henderson car. That doesn't count. It wasn't a mandatory stop. So second is of the cars that have pitted on record. Behind the car that was driven firstly by his brother, Ryan Parkin, and Dylan Brooks down the field. There's the 19 car going back out into the race. That's that beautifully turned out orange Audi TT, Wayne Lawson, and I think James Pickford getting into that car for the second part of this race.
He was a quick single season driver.
Well, he drove in the predecessor to F1000, didn't he? Probably when it was called, whether it's Formula Jedi or Formula Honda at that point, can't quite remember. But yeah, so he did drive for those Jedis for a while and did other things in single seater racing as well. So very useful driver indeed, taking over that orange Audi TT number 19, which is now in 29th position, having served its stop 6 laps behind the leader, but realistically 3 laps off the pace because the stop cost you about 3 laps.
Most are still playing around, but it's a very strong pace. Stop.
Yes, it was. He started racing in 1997, James Pickett, in Formula Honda, as it was known as the time, when the Jedi ran the Honda engines. And he won that 2 years in a row. Okay, back down to the pit lane. Kieran McGinley is there once again.
I'm at the garage now on the 777 with Rob Andre. Rob finished your stint there just outside of the Class B podium. What's the push now? Can you get that podium?
We're going to try. It's getting harder and harder. We're suffering a bit on the steer out there. I've got my partner now that's in the car, so new tyres. Hopefully we'll be able to push out a bit more and hit a podium, you know.
Yeah, a couple of drivers have been saying the track's quite slippery. Is that something you agree with?
Yeah, I have to agree, very slippery, and we're suffering on the steer as well, which doesn't help, you know. So, yeah, definitely agree. It's very slippery out there.
How would you sum up your first stint then?
Yeah, pretty good. Having a little battle there with Paco, who's in the same class as myself, and you know, swapping positions and just trying to gain some pace, you know.
So, what do you reckon then? Can Andrew get you on the podium?
I hope so. It's all down to him now. He's got a fresh set of rubber on, so hopefully, yeah.
You go, the gauntlet's down then.
Sorry?
The gauntlet's down then.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
The gauntlet down, the challenge is down then.
It's down, yeah, it's down, so hopefully he'll get us on there, yeah. Hopefully.
Brilliant stuff. Rob, thank you for that. Rob, thanks for the chat. Good luck for the rest of the race.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you very much. It's back to you with the compliments.
Thanks, Kieran. As we are working lap 43 here, Greg Saunders, he's headed into the pit lane now. So too is Matthew Stockford. He's now handed over to Alan James. He's up to 8th position, but still it's Simon Major leading from Ian Jones. The gap still around about 2 seconds between them. And there's Ben Williams. Now he has yet to make a stop, but somehow he's found himself back on track in the same piece of tarmac as the Stone Market Glass car, now being driven by Luke Drow, as those cars were close together before the stops as well.
That stop Alan James Audi is the intriguing one with all the hand-controlled.
That's right.
For Paralympic skier.
That's right.
They're driving on the Castle Cooper occasion. They do very well with it.
It is, yeah. Audi R8 base 34. Yeah, it is. So there's a front right being changed on the Greg Saunders car. The front left has been changed as well. Getting everything connected back up. Drivers back in the car. Getting ready to release it out into the race. You can see the cars coming in at this 45-degree angle and then push back into us.
Gas, transplant. Sewage, soak machine to go to soak KTM brand.
Yeah, that's right. All the car about to come in by the looks of it. On board with Dylan Brickton now, number 6. Where's Dylan up to in this race? He's in 15th position now. Of course, having served to stop and in a pretty good place. I think that's the BMW Compact that's in 2nd place just up ahead, isn't it? Because they weren't very close together on track, so Brickton is keeping good pace with the 2 leading cars by the looks of it. There's 25 that's into the pit lane now. That's Colin Gillespie, the car being refuelled before it is handed over to the second driver, which is Alok Iyengar, the sometime F1000 driver from India. Hopefully hear from Colin in just a moment. You can see that Kim's lining up the interview. fuel still going in to make sure there's enough to get to the end of the race. There is almost exactly an hour left to go, so we're basically halfway through this race. Precautions being taken while the fuel is going in. Alok there waiting by the side of the car before he's allowed to get in. Looking forward to his stint. 45 laps now completed by the race leader. Gillespie, that car I think won in 4th place before the stops. Having dropped in the pit lane. Check-in Class B situation. That's still Webster and Tidmarsh. They've yet to make their stop, but in Class C, Moore and Dennis. They're in the pit lane right now, actually. Class C and the overall championship leaders, number 195. They are in the pits as we speak. So, hopefully a smooth stop for them. There's Dylan Brichter going through. There's Luke Browse. So several cars together that were lapping at a similar kind of pace. Treble 4 car going through. That's Alan Blanco now at the wheel of that Cupra, having taken over from Claire Norman, ex-British Touring Car Championship driver, that started racing back in 1999 with 750 Motor Club stock cars. He was 4th overall in the Peugeot 205 GTI, and then raced in the Ford Credit Fiesta Championship, and then of course British Touring Cars in 2022 in a production Alfa Romeo with Pacific Type R next year. But let's head down to Kieran in the pits once again.
Seat, number 25 garage. I've got Colin Gillespie who's just jumped out of the car. Colin, how was your first stint?
Amazing. The car's been fantastic. The team's been just on par. Yesterday we got the pole third in class. Yesterday, so yeah, the car's really well. It's a little bit hot. You can feel the back tyres going off, so the body doesn't need changed. So we've got new ones on the front and part one on the back. Just so the second driver's got a chance to keep the momentum going.
Eagles getting in the car now. How do you think he'll do the second stint?
He'll be very close to me. We're so close. We're only 10th within qualifying. I think he's slightly quicker. So fingers crossed we can bring. If we can bring it home in third, I would be very happy for birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday! What a great way to celebrate.
Yeah, well, we got a trophy yesterday. If we can get a trophy today, wow, what a way to go. We do today, so chuck to bits.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Well, happy birthday as Michael gets back out there. Good luck to you for the rest of the race.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Colin. It's back to you in the commentary box.
Yes, thank you very much indeed, Kim. We're having lots of drives like that. Oh, and the Browse car is in trouble. Number 22, Luke Browse, has got the left-hand indicator on. He's going to pull off, I think. Is he going to pull off? Just keeping out of the way down there at Stowe Corner, but it looks like he's going to limp that car home to the pit lane. So, a great shame that, oh, actually, the car might be back up to speed now, so maybe it was just something that needed resetting. So he's not going to go into the pit lane. So maybe just an intermittent issue. There are other cars heading into the pit lane behind him, but the Stowmarket Glass car is continuing for the moment at least. We'll see if another problem afflicts it later in the race. There's the Mazda number 90 that is continuing on of Alan Henderson, having made that early pit stop. Where's he up to now? He is actually well up the order into 8th position overall as they make their way. There's the 77 car into the pits. That's Daniel Perry and Jez Banks that are sharing that car. Daniel Perry started, Jez Banks getting into the car for the second half of the race. You can see the fuel going in through the fuel jug system. The driver has to be out of the car while this is happening, of course. And as soon as the fuel's in, they've got the driver in and be ready to get out in the second half of the race. You can see there they have to be on hand with the extinguisher to make sure that if there is any fuel spillage, then they're poised and ready for action. 55 car, the Silverstone car, is into the pit lane now as well. Still no, the two leaders, Major and Jones, are not yet into the pit lane. And then it's Murphy is up to third place now. Chris Murphy up to third position with the cars having made their stop. I would say now about 80% of the drivers, 20% of the teams have made their stops, as we have only 55 minutes of this race left to go. Fuel's still going in. It does go for quite a while, doesn't it, on these cars? Right, there is the 92 car circulating, which is that of Phil Nibb and Andrew Rath. Now, how are they faring in this race? I think they've been into the pits. Yes, they have. So it's going to be Phil Nibb now at the wheel of that car, and he is in 14th position. As the cars make their way through Village, as we can see them on screen now. Heading down towards the hairpin, there's Dylan Brichter going through. Just look and see how Scott Parkin is faring. Well, he's up to 12th place, and I think is third of the genuine stoppers. So it's effectively, I think, Brichter that's leading from Saunders in second, and Scott Parkin in third of drivers that have made and completed their legitimate stops. And how much is there between them? There's 11 seconds between Brichter and Saunders, and another 15 seconds between Saunders and Parkin by the looks of things at the moment. As we have 54 minutes of this race left to go here at Silverstone. It's Tekiwa Club Enduro Championship race. There's the Browers car that's been was in a trouble a little while ago. It seems to be back up to speed now. It's being pursued by the Henderson Mazda, which I was a bit concerned about a while ago. It did a slow lap time, but it seems to be back to a respectable lap time as well, if not down to the ultimate pace of the 1:11.549 that it managed earlier. There you can see busy pit lane, including the Class B leading car that has been into the pits, is just about to go out of the pits, having completed its stop, and getting back out into the race. So that's the number 8 car, which Matthew Tidmarsh have taken over in that car now. Still quite a few cars in the pit lane. There's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perhaps 7 cars that have still yet to make their stop out of the 38 that started here in this Tekiwa Club Enduro race. Just looking at Class C, yes, the Class C lead has been taken by Peerless and Stelly, but they are now in the pits. So once they have served their stop, I think they'll probably drop back behind the other car, which is the 2 cars which are Moore and Dennis. Yes, I think they'll resume. No, actually they won't, I don't think. I think it's going to be Perry and Banks in the Ginetta that will emerge with the Class C, because I think Dennis and Moore, they had to serve, yes, a 30-second pit stop penalty, so that will have set them back somewhat.
That's one of the drivers who's come through the club over the years.
Yeah, did have a stop patch, that's right. It's interesting, isn't it? You have drivers that start their racing with a 750 motor, could go away and sometimes come back, don't they?
Yeah, very much so. They find an environment that racing is as accessible and mentally as accessible and fair as it can be, and really want to go elsewhere. If you're having a good time with your mates, and for more, aspire maybe to a more advanced series, but
and that's the beauty of the 750 motor that runs more than 20 different series and championships now. There really is something for everyone. There's something to develop into. We saw, for example, a lot of drivers gravitate to F1000 after that joined the 750 Motor Club roster. They're racing a variety of different things. It's said beforehand, Sport Specials and Sports 1000s and Formula V and so forth. And there's the leader into the pits now. So number 18, Simon Majors into the pits, and so I think is Ian Jones, number 117 from second place. Yeah, so that means it's now the number 721 car of Chris Murphy, the E36 M3, that moves into the lead of the race. And it's going to be the number 18 car is going to be taken over by Justin Middleton, or Dingo as he seems to go by, looking at the name on the side of the car. And he goes back out into the race. Yeah, down there in Oxfordshire. And there's the 117 car going back out. So that's going to be Martin Gadsby now at the wheel of the remaining 50 minutes of the race. It certainly is.
Big engine and
yeah, 2.8 litre engine. Developed significantly from the standard compact cup cars. That's the Ginetta, which I'm just looking to see where that's going to be in Class B. Currently third in Class B, Webster and Tidmarsh, but the car, 2 cars ahead of it, they've yet to make their stops. Yeah, I think it'll come back out early because everyone has made their stops. There's still another 34 minutes in which drivers can make their pit stops as well. So it might be for a little while that we know the true running order within that class. We're going to go down to the pit lane again now because Kieran McGinley has got another interview for us.
Down to the pit lane of the number 18, I'm here with Simon Majors. Simon, you brought that car in, you were leading the race. How was the first stint?
It's good, it all went to plan. It wasn't easy, obviously we were having a good old battle there with first I think it was Scott, and then there was a BMW series on my case. Obviously we had a safety car, so that enabled Scott to pass last week. I found a bit of a vibration on the restart, so I thought I'd better play it safe. So I let Scott go. But then the vibration went, so probably just a tyre pickup. It's a long race, it's better to be safe. But then, to be honest, I was enjoying the battle with Scott there. It's mega and really good fun.
Yeah, I mean, it looks it as well. Hot out there, I'm guessing. That's a comment from other drivers as well.
Yeah, very hot. I mean, the last race at Snetterton, I suffered really badly with heat exhaustion, so I'm actually a little bit new to racing. So, you know, it's a learning experience, and that's the first time I've driven for that length of time. And I'm not any getting any younger, obviously. So I suffered, didn't take on enough fluids. So today, I made sure we got a drink going out and swinging out away. So it felt a lot better.
Still very hot. Justin's now in the car, Justin Middleton. What's the sort of aim now? Where do you go from here? Can you get the win?
I think the win's going to be difficult. Dingo to fair is a little bit new to racing, even more than me. He's a rally boy like myself. We're learning all the time, but you know he hasn't had much time in the car, not much for me. But if we could come away with a podium, I'd be really happy, as we did last time. But you never know what might happen. It's a long race. There's some quick boys out there, so we've had a couple of times already, so you never know what will happen. We've just got to try to be there again.
So Simon, thank you so much for the chat. Enjoy the rest of the race. Thank you very much, Simon. Back to our next.
Thank you very much. As we are into the last 50 minutes, or 47 minutes in fact, of this race now. To go off the Enduro Championship race here at Silverstone. It's round 4 of the championship, a 6-round competition this season. Drivers count their best of 5 scores out of 6 races at the end of the year. Next race will be at Autumn Park in September, and Doctor Park on the Grand Prix circuit in the season in October. And at the moment, it's looking like it's going to last for Sam Dennis because they're still going strongly in Class C. They are back into the lead of Class C now. Sam Dennis now doing that car, looking to continue their 100% winning record for this season. With 3 races so far at Croft, Brantford and Snetterton. He's due to continue that with the 4th win having Silverstone today in Class C.
That's just like the second overall. And the car ahead of it, by Sturgis, stopped on the last minutes. That's good. I guess
That's right. No. That's right. That's right. Yes, that's Larry Cosbin's Ford Fiesta that looks in great shape, that car, but for the left front wheel. So that's going to be very crossover for that car was. I'm not quite sure, but it's certainly in pits now. It's making its first stop. So this is the big one. Stop if they can get that car safely back out into the race. So it's car number 3 that runs within Class B. The class is based on how to make ratio within the Enduro Championship. 14 hours left to go in this 2-hour race. We're down to the schedule then because the road sports race is split in two due to a stoppage. Just a 15-minute sprint. There's Scott Parkin there for sure. Probably very shortly we'll have a much better idea of where things are in terms of the order, because as Mark mentioned, Parsons pretty much the last car to make the schedule stop. The only one that still needs to do so is the number 88 Joe Williams Golf that is currently showing on the time scale as leading Class B, also leading the Clubman's Cup as well. Still needs to make its mandatory pit stop for the Joe Williams Golf.
Very slowly past the pit stop.
It sort of looks like an X5 shape to me.
It's very much into a halt by the looks of things.
Yeah, that is the Henderson Mazda X5. There it is. Yeah, it's just pulling off onto the grass, getting out of the way. I guess it will probably just try and pull into the sort of exit. Just get behind the barrier there. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Still Henderson pulled that car, got made the mandatory stop time in the down. So that was the car that was leading actually, because it hadn't made its mandatory stop. So therefore its limited car is out of the race. Yellow flags and having covering that. Just a single row of yellow there, so thinks that the road marshals over at that part of the circuit to move that car. So locally. So that makes things a little bit easier in some ways, because we can just ignore that now from the time screen. So it's after the pit stop, it is Major that is still leading there, but only by 4.8 seconds from Ryan Parker, sorry, Dylan Bricktritt now is in second, so it's Milton from Bricktritt, I should say. Then it's Greg Saunders in third, then it is Martin Gadsby in fourth, Scott Parkin will be fifth. So that will be the order of things.
With the 2.6 seconds behind.
Yeah, behind Middleton as it has. Because there's the last car making it stop there. That's Joe Williams in the number 88 Golf. The Williams race to control for their current context for the racing team. But two jugs of fuel going in, I've looked to it, for this around 42 minutes of the race. But yeah, very close now between Major Middleton and Brickton. In fact, those were the two cars that we just saw going through shot there.
They're not physically together, but they are adjacent. A few months between them closing in.
We might pick to the stone if we can, because that's where we'll be covered now. There's two leaders to see if that gap is coming down. Then we'll go through, so we'll instead as they come down to Club Corner. There is Major, or Middleton I should say, and there is Brickton right behind him. Major in the white Sarah, Brickton in the black Audi, backing red Audi, Darkside, I think it's car number 6. So this is the back of the lead, and that's gone down by another second, and that's a 1.6 seconds Marcus.
Yeah, so chase is on. Maybe it would be great to do this, but
Yeah, the next move is Dean Middleton is on the solo, so that's Lucky Man, Simon himself. And TT then leaping out of the way with James Pickford aboard. So where they come on, they're almost together now, aren't they, those two leaders, Middleton and Brickton, as they head down the straight towards Stowe. And then there's another sort of 17 or 18 seconds back to Craig Saunders in third place. Here they are then, the leaders with relatively quick cars ahead of them as well, including the 82 Club Ben Williams, another of the TCRs, but he's basically a lap down now in 6th position, nearly a lap down in 6th position in this race, looking at the timing screen. We've just got the top 5 on the lead lap. That time the gap came down another half a second to 1.1 seconds, and it's a busy piece of circuit this.
Every time we come to the corner, it's that slow section of the circuit, pick up another gaggle of traffic. So put it in, pick his way through.
If he's an experienced driver, he'll be struggling to find his way through traffic, and it looks like Richter's going to take advantage of that. He is more experienced.
On the outside, didn't he?
He has. He's done quite a few perfect relay races as well. I seem to remember Dylan Richter, and he has gone through to take the lead of the race. So Dylan Richter, Ryan Parkin sharing that car. It's now Richter in the lead of the race. Major at Middleton down into second.
Straight up, lap 60.
So down towards the Validate curve. Still to get past that Ben Williams car, he's lapping in sort of similar kind of lap times to the race leading car at the moment. In a bit of a challenge to get past. And also the BMW just ahead of that as well, which is the Chris Murphy car. I didn't read briefly, so that's the car in 6th place. But 6th and 7th, those two, and he's off the road now, Chris Murphy, and it's the G3 series. And that might be more, which might be a problem. Yeah, he's just stopped it there now. There's, we see that Dylan Richter going through. He's now cleared that Ben Williams Cooper as well. There is the Chris Murphy car that's pulled off. Quite WM3, 26. Pulled off there probably just below our country, somewhere not too far away from there. Through to the management around the corner from there. So Richter it is now that leads. And in second place, Middleton. Just looking at one of the races outright so far during the course of this year. We've had 3 meetings, as we've said. Well, it was James Collins and Joel Oswald that were at Croft. It was Scott Parkin that's won the following 2 races at Clontarf and at Snetterton. This combination of Parkin, Ryan Hodgington and Ricklow second by best result of the season at Snetterton. Major and Middleton making a 3rd place at Snet. It was Brighton and second place. Possibly on for a win pitch. Try to see what Scott Parkin is doing. He's in 4th place. He's 24 seconds behind the leader. There are 37 minutes of the race to go, which is going to equate to probably 30 laps or so.
4 cars in 14. So
yeah.
Nothing much differential between them.
No.
Negotiating traffic.
Yeah, so it's hard to see that Scott Parkin is going to make up too much ground. Interestingly, he's 23 seconds behind, and of course he had a 30-second pit stop penalty to serve, and wasn't for that, he'd have been leading this race. So it goes to show that the pit stop penalty system is a good job of mixing up the likely race winners. There is Scott Parkin now, we're watching him go through Stoke 1, car number 1. The gap that was out particularly quick race, so it was the last good 14.4, apart from 14.1, so it's going to take several laps to make up that kind of ground at this stage of the race. Quite loads of progress being made. There's the 117 which is Gansman, so he's winning 5th now. He is about 4 seconds behind Scott Parkin. It's basically just those 5 that are on the leading lap here. down. Class B is being led by Matthew Tidmarsh, who's taken over from Chris Welch. That's in the good livery Ginetta. Number 8. Second within that class is now Louis Woodward in the BMW 2355, which is showing you Tony Partridge, who's out on the course yesterday as well. And third within that class, Andrew Fletcher and Robert Ambrose. Andrew Fletcher will take over the Treble 7 car, the VW Golf. So that's top 3 in Class B. And in Class C, it's looking good for another win here for Ashmore and Sam Dennis. Sam Dennis now at the wheel of that car. Second in Class C, Johnny Hayes, who's now at the wheel of the BMW, having taken over from Paul Sibiani. And third in Class C is Matthew Stenick, who's taken over from John Pearless in the Honda. So really, Classes A or Class C is going to form here. Classes A and B, it's not quite as expected. So Parkin and Richter coming into this weekend were well down within the class because they haven't really had one finish so far this season, not where it's at. So that'll be just to get to the end of the race with the thing, especially with the racing on the K. Good, so very well done. Scott finishes 4th in this race, which is quite well done. Even if he finishes 4th, the 3 drivers ahead on the road are not in contention within the championship. So he'll continue to extend his lead within Class A. And Class B, as we said, that at the moment is the Tidmarsh and Webster car. They are third within the class, but Chris Marlow and Will Pottergill retire. It's a possibility that Martin Webster will take the lead in the Class B championship at Flying Trampoline Racing Ginetta G40. 6-7. Safety car is coming out by the looks of it. We've got the yellow flags. The safety car wasn't shown on this. It's got triggered on the timing screen yet. We can certainly see that now identified here that the safety left car here on these screens as well. So safety car is out. It is. I think it would have made them extra stops, but even if you haven't, you couldn't make it now behind the safety car. It does close the pack up now with traffic and slower cars between the quick cars, but it does open things up a little bit for the likes of Scott Parker, doesn't it?
It does. A little bit of ease.
Try to work out what this is for. Now, I don't think there's anybody else that's gone missing since Chris Murphy's BMW. That was a few minutes ago now. Yeah, and that's the Darkside side. I'll come to the side of the track from where we are at Audi. But I can't see anyone else that's got a little exclamation mark with a warning train over there. That's on the second screen, but that's one that disappeared a long while ago. If we can spot what's going on out of the window while we're doing that. We're going to go down to Kieran Guinea.
So down here now, Class C is the number 195 and here at Ashmore. Ash, it's very hard for you so far, but that's what we can expect.
Yeah, definitely. Sam had great race yesterday. Cars back here. The boys most transport bring car overnight. Stayed here, even missed their barbecue, so we're massively thankful for them. Got the car rebuilt this morning, and we're doing okay at the moment. Let's keep it going. Thanks for at the moment, so we'll have to see how that plays out for us. Hopefully it should be good.
Yeah, Sam's out there right now then. I suppose it's going to be a march to another victory, we'll hope.
Yeah, we can hope so. Obviously the car is definitely just needs a bit of mechanical sympathy to get into the line. We're trying to do as much as possible, so fingers crossed the last next half hour if we have. Sure.
And how was yours? I didn't get to see you.
Yeah, this thing was good. Yeah, really hot. In the last race. So I had the car over to Sam. It was hot. Luckily, we managed to raise the fronts, which was good.
really happy with the car. But yeah, so hopefully it's got the car and everything can go.
So Ash, wish you all the best for the race. Good luck.
Cheers guys. Awesome.
Thank you very much, Ash. It's back to you in the commentary box.
Thank you very much to Kieran McGinley. Safety car then is the car run. That's why we've got it. The vehicle on the scene farm to pick up the BMW of Chris Murphy, which was briefly leading the race amid the pit stops. But it was going well. It was on the lead lap, certainly after the pit stops as well, but all of a sudden it just ground to a halt, more or less coming over the start and finish line. So that's needing a lift to recover it, which is why we've had this interruption. 29 minutes of the race now left to go. This does close things up a little bit. I reckon what would do if the safety car had picked up the lead. Now really it's going to need to wave quite a lot of cars through, because only the last 2 cars in this queue, as we're seeing news, that's interesting, on a refueling infringement, and left with 2-lap penalty for the car that's third in Class C, John Pearce and Matthew Sin. They're getting a 2-lap deduction for a refueling infringement. Yes, right at the back of this queue of cars behind the safety car, that's where you find the leader, number 6, Dylan Richter. So they're going to need to wave a lot of cars through and then let them catch up. Otherwise, it's very much a free pass this for Dylan Richter to take the victory here, because he's basically got thick end of a lap in front. Safety car, yeah, it is waving cars through now, so that is good to see, and it's realised that it needs to wave quite a lot of them through, or the driver has, and no doubt getting the word from race control. Now the stopping Scott parking, however, that's just because they're coming towards the pit entrance. They don't want anyone taking them. It's not Scott parking that they need to pick up, it's the number 6 car, Dylan Richter, that they need to pick up. He's right at the back of 1 car in this group. There's more cars that will need to be waved through yet for the final race leader. They've got the wrong activity and Darkside developments at the road. So those cars that will be waved through will head off at a sort of increased pace to try and catch back up with the rear of the queue. The flatbed truck has got the BMW Chris Murphy down at the back of it, so that is being taken away. Gap in the arm to take that through. And there's the view from the link. There you can see the new Escapade buildings in the background there on the outside of Beckett's corner. And facilities accommodation out of the circuit. So here's the safety car going away through the rest of these cars. 25 car of Rocky Engar, actually did 9 plate. That's a lap down on the race leader. Are the rest of the cars being waved through is the question we ask ourselves. Let's head down once again to pit lane. Kieran McGinley's got another interview.
I'm down the go just now. I'm in number 8, my class B leads up here with Chris Webster. Chris, it's going well for you so far with the right hand leads. We're under a safety car, but what's the rest of the race plan? Keep up. So we've had a number of issues this season with ECU which pretty much ironed down to that temporary. So the old girl hasn't had cutting out to control and doing it while driving. So that's been the story of the season so far. And yesterday in the race, we both sports, and yesterday so far anyways. It's right hiding themselves, so So how's your stint out there anyway?
I loved it, yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, quite busy. Well, it wasn't busy in terms of my cars, I was sort of scrapping away with some of the slightly slower A-class cars. More powerful in the straights, a bit slower through the corners, so we have quite a duel out there. It's really quite fun, but
all the while you've got your eye in the mirror to see if anyone's catching up with you while you're doing it. So yeah, it's quite busy in that respect, but quite quiet in terms of car speed today.
Absolutely. And do you reckon your teammate there in Manchester Marshall will get it to the line?
I do, yeah. I mean, Matt is a little bit stronger than me on this circuit, so played with him early in late last time. As long as the plays her part, then
Hopefully so. Chris, good luck for the rest of the race. Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you, Chris. And it's back to you in the commentary box.
Yeah, with 24 and a half minutes of the race left to go. They have now waved through the number one car, Scott Parker, and the other cars that behind it. So hopefully the safety car's now picked up Ryan Parker. I think it has. I can see it out. You can see it now on the screen as well. So safety car is leading them over the line. This is possibly going to be the last safety car lap if the queue is reformed at the end of it, because I think the BMW of Chris Murphy has now been taken away. And that will mean that we should, if the queue reforms, we can get underway at the end of this lap. Now Scott Parkin had managed to get to the back of the queue. The others are still catching up, but Scott Parkin will be particularly keen to get there because amid that safety car he was effectively gaining 10 seconds, because he was about 23 seconds behind the leader. He's now just under 13 seconds behind the leader as we go into what's going to be about the last 21 minutes of the race. So we're going to get some like 17 laps or something like that out of the final, I think the final stanza of this race.
Yeah, I was going to say so we see lifting Smurfy speed up the fabric and taking away. But it does really got
yeah, and it clearly needs to be lifted, it wasn't something that could just be pushed away or towed away or whatever, so because it needs that absolutely. So I guess that's why they sort of belatedly called the safety car. The safety car's gone in now, I think. And so that's getting worse. So it's going to be Dylan Brichter leading. The car in second is someone who is about 6th in the queue, I think. But the one that you should think is probably Scott Parkin, who is a bit further back in the queue. Yeah, so he's about 12th or 13th in the queue overall, and he was sort of 12 or 13 seconds behind the leader. As the green flag waves, the race gets back underway. Of course, Scott Parker's was overtaken until he got to the time line. He's already passed a couple of slower cars I can see, and he was 7.6 seconds behind the leader at the start of this lap. So I think we've had a race on it. This looks like it, yeah. Interestingly, Dylan Brichter has lost track position to another car there, hasn't he? Which is the 444 car, Blanco. So he is a lap down. He's in 6th place, but now is the leader on the road, if you like. But a lap down, he will be quick. Experienced driver has raced in this trolley car championship, of course. So he's pretty rapid. There's a couple of XBTC drivers on here because James Pickford did a season or two in touring cars as well, I think. And now he is just going through down the number 19 car speaker for W, 19th position up on down the CT. That's in class for Wilson. So at the end of that lap, in terms of time, Scott Parker lost a little bit, down to 9.5 seconds, but that's probably the impact of Ryan being able to get away quite nicely at the restart and Scott having to pick his way through traffic. And that's
been there, one of the BMW cars also across the track as well. Ameliorated on his way.
Yeah, I think that was the Hayes and Subiani that had a half spin. So there's Scott Park, the number one, the Darkside Developments Audi TT, 2-litre TDI engine. Good back here, that's Middleton. He's being lots of unlapped there by the number 92 car, which in the second card of this race is Phil Nibb in that car. And 25 is Alok Iyengar.
He's still holding off.
So that's also sort of back on 8th and 9th position overall as well. That's the 82 car of Williams now. He's just ahead of him. This is sort of a battle for 7th, 8th, 9th position, something like that as well. Interesting race situation as developed here. Scott Parkin is at the rear of that group. There's the leader, his brother's car now by Dylan Britta. Again, Scott Parkin is going to try and make some more ground down the straight if he can get past RPM Gars number 25 Cupra. Minutes of the race to go as well. The window will close for what it's worth in a few minutes' time. Everyone's already made their pit stop, so let's see what academic.
34, that's Gonçalves in third place.
Yeah, and that's the sort of battle for position that we're going to have to watch, isn't it? Because that's where we're going to see Scott Park. Yeah, it is. I wonder what that's for. It's an infringement in terms of the safety car or something like that. If it was something to pit lane, football. I think it's most occasions they don't explain exactly what that is for. So there is Dylan Britta. There is
Saunders now with Middleton.
Yeah, so this is for second place, and they're not too far away. Scott Parkin. And Middleton here is under pressure now from Saunders, who's almost alongside. So you've got the two sets, you've got a third Seat as well.
Parkin using the diesel tour. Here he comes up the.
He's got
right with them, they're all together. This is the battle for second place.
Yeah, he's got past that number 92 car, which is a lap down, so 3 cars together for second. Dylan Britta was 9 seconds also up the road in the lead of this race. These 3 cars right together now, turning their way through the village head, and again trying using the torque on the exit of the hairpin. Scott Parkin will actually be close to the move down there. Yeah, now through very wide for Scott Parkin there through the link and onto the Hangar Straight once again. So it's Justin Middleton in second. That the black Cooper with the orange stripes is Greg Saunders, and then it is the black and red Audi TT of Scott Parkin. He is fourth. These are the 3 battling for second, third, and fourth positions. It's just in the distance of the road on the street. You can see Dylan Britta turning into the Vale 9 or 10 seconds ahead of him. Battle going on here for second place overall, with still 16 minutes of the race left to go. It does seem pretty even match, these 3. On they go. And that time 1:40, 3 and 4 from the 1:14s. Britta with the lead was in the 1:13, though 1:13.493, so he has now got the lead in over 10 seconds. Which is important.
Just over a second.
Of the link they come on to
Parkin. May even move out of the
possibly. And into the Vale they go again. More slower cars ahead of them to try to deal with as well. Just with the cars ahead of them that much slower, which really makes it quite a challenge to deal with them. They go past the kind of cruising green bar over there. There's the 316 car with Cameron Reid now aboard, from Ashford. Window closed, confirmation, and they're actually now academic, so they have no first stop, they've got plenty of time to spare. There's Scott Parker, number one. Is within 11 seconds of the lead of the race and had 30 seconds longer pit stop than the race leader because of success in previous rounds. Scott Parker had won the previous 2 rounds of the championship at Blacktown and Snetterton. It was quite a while ago, so it was middle of June, about 8 weeks ago now. This is a lapped car that's getting into the ring. No, that's the 82 car of Porsche by Ben Williams, and now has another driver on board who I'm trying to check. Yeah, Bruno Costa aboard that car now. Yeah, it's a lap down, but running in similar lap times to the leader. And Phil Nichols in 8th place, the number 92 car, has just done his best lap of the race, and it's 1:13.543. So that's the car that you can also see in shot there, just ahead of Enduro, which is the Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Gillespie started. So really, there's a good battle here for second, third, and fourth together. And you've got a good battle really for 7th, 8th, and 9th effectively. So a couple of decent battles. I'm not hard, but one for this proximity on the circuit. Yeah, I don't think he has. Yeah, Saunders there is the car that's challenging him, Black 34. I think Glencoe heading into the pit lane now. You can see that on the live stream, so I think
Change them for second place.
Cameron Parker in third, Scott Parker in the number 1 Darkside Dynamics Audi TT. Mortimer trying to come back, I think, first. But Greg Saunders, they're heading to Abbey again with 12.5 minutes of the race left to go. To a sprint race distance. It's like a sprint race division. But it's a good touch wood, as I say, is that after both Brooks' Audi TT and Parkin's are circulating because they've proved a little bit fragile on occasion, these Audi TTs. As the cars make their way down to Stoke Corner once again. So now can Scott Parkin catch and pass the number 34 car, which is Greg Saunders in second place. I don't think he's going to catch him. Greg 2 is in the lead by 1 over 10 seconds now. Even if he does, but it's a good result if he can salvage second from this. So that's extra penalty in the pit stop. Look at the class situation. It is in Class B, Webster and Tidmarsh that are leading in that class. How big is their gap? It is 16 seconds over half of the woman. They need to be at least 5 seconds ahead because Webster and Tidmarsh got 5-second trapping point. Third in Class B is Ambrose and Fletcher. Class C, it's Moore and Dennis still leading that class from second place. And I think a lap behind effectively Paul Cipriani and Johnny Hayes and Pearce and Stenning. They've got a 2-lap deduction, so they will fall behind the Mazda MX-5 of Thomas Stedman and his teammates who's driving that car now, which is quite good fun. The final classification. So that's deducted for the Honda. So there's Saunders in second place, there's Scott Parkin in third place, and they're making their way along the stretch towards the Vale and towards the corner for the... almost a touch there between the second and third place cars.
very tight through traffic. You've got the overtake. Trying to get out of the way, the overreaction to Saunders, and then sideswipe.
Yeah, Bruno Costa that was in the number 82 car. Hopefully he's not caused damage to his car.
He's going past him, so I wonder if it's not the tanking maybe on the Audi.
Could well have done. Perhaps there could have been slightly more situational awareness there. Parking, just trying to get on the outside of the car that was, which I guess there's some risk there. As he was trying to get in a position and take the rest. And the problem is here, you've got these car, which is a lap down, and again it's contact, this time with Saunders.
It's the same car.
It is.
Two contacts, the lead car inside half a lap.
Yeah, and this is the problem. You've got cars that are acting in a similar pace, but on different laps. Whether there's always the awareness of that you are backable on different laps, including not getting necessarily blue flags, always to show that it's a problem on the lap coming through.
It's different. It's just that a lot of it's too sharp, very, very similar.
Yes.
From the front,
No. Oh, parking way wide there. You do wonder if there is some damage. It's a tracking issue. It's not either way, the handling is deteriorating. There's 8 minutes left to go. So I think now the question becomes, can Scott Parkin hold on and keep that car going to the end of the race? He's got 26 seconds in hand over the Martin Gadsby number 117 BMW Compact. So that's now consideration as well. It's again very hectic in these closing stages of the race. So it's Saunders in second, Middleton there in third, Scott Parkin is still there in fourth position. That's elongated from where they were laps ago.
Now looks like he's sort of nervous about trying to pass the other two.
I'm not surprised.
No, it's really good. He's had a great start years of Middleton just wanted to serve him. That's how it went. He's popped back on. So that's the best part. That's all we had.
No, he's not lost to parking. No, he's not lost to parking. Let's have a look here. So, yes, I think you're right actually.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at the right markers. 62 just correct. That's not for the first time today. That's the Higgston Samuel BMW.
Sometimes stills on their tail for the last 10 minutes to round.
Absolutely right. Meanwhile, Dylan Dixon's complete 11.2 seconds over the rest. Here's the next group of cars coming through.
Lining up to Turnbush Middleton.
Yeah. So let's just have a look how much time Middleton lost on that. That's more of the line now. And for him it was a 118 compared to 113 for Saunders, 114 for so 4 seconds worth of the lost as a result of that. Took that to fourth place of about a lap to go. So there's Scott Parkin. For him, good news was it was a 114. So those handling issues he seems to be coping with, if indeed there are handling issues. Sam Dennis going through shot there in the 195 car, having taken over from Ashmore, and looking good for fourth successive win out of 4 this season to go up in the Joe Championship in Class C. In a great position going into the Milton Park, where the win there would certainly definitely the championship. Saunders in second place. I think a relative newcomer to the Club Enduro. Just having a look to see if he's been out so far this season. I don't think he has. We saw him on the road sports, didn't we? Travelling Park a few weeks ago where he went pretty well. Some good results there. That Wilkins race as well. Yeah, on the road. It's certainly will. Get another glass of water, I think, for when he comes into park further on. It's certainly going to be a long time for those drivers that have to go in solo, which is only a handful. Saunders, Scott Parkin has done that. BMW has done that in 22nd place. We've not seen much of them, but the 168 car has been out there in his BMW 235i. There's the Browers car, it's Alex Dramas. Is it actually well over the Browers car at the moment? So we've got 3.5 minutes of the race left to go. And the very final stages of the race. Brichter still pulling in good laps in 13, so he's maintaining a lead of more than 11 seconds over the rest, which is very important. Doesn't want last lap drivers. Scott Parker is 7 seconds behind Saunders, but Middleton is only 1.5 seconds behind Parker. I guess there's still a chance of change for the final podium. So we'll see if we can pick one there. There's Saunders, who's now 7 seconds ahead of Parker. Let's pick what we can on Parker and Waller. Yeah, there's Parkin and there's Middleton. They're less than 1.4 seconds apart now, aren't they, as they go down the road. We've got a lot of cars, including that number 82 car from ahead of them. And the trouble 4 car, Alan Blanco, is all over the gravel at Vale. That sent Scott Parkin very wide at Club Corner, not to get an advantage, but just to get out of the way. And yeah, 1.4 seconds is now 0.4 seconds.
It's on the other side,
again, there's going to be a car that's lapping in a similar place, albeit on a different lap. Yeah, and Blanco in 12th position now. Surf that stop-go penalty. The car is shared with Norman. The Daniel Jude car, and then the second car, which has Mike Rayner. I guess it was. So just keep an eye on that one. There's now a car, the Blanco car between Parkin. Well, because how long Blanco's going to go ahead of Parkin here? No, he's not quite going to do it, Stoke. I think he's going to go right on the outside. He's going to have a little bit on the way down to the Vale. But there's probably only going to be 2 laps to go, I think. He's just started the penultimate lap, I think, is Dylan Brichter. As the next group of cars just making their way into Club Corner for the final time. Saunders has gone through, Parkin and Middleton, 2 seconds and 2 laps to go. Checking the classes, no dramas there. We've got still the same leaders in classes B and C of this race. So it's March in class B and more days in class C.
So it's 2 again.
Yes, indeed. And do wonder if all of the drivers know which lap they are on until they're actually back in the this race. Down to Stowe they come.
Blanco's had another go on the outside. He's gone past Parkin tucked back. He's got stuck on the inside behind the 2 car.
Yeah. As Richter has already started his follow up there. So go past the number 119 Audi TT, that's the car with Bobby Trundley aboard, taken over from Sandro Ballesteros. Trundley was one of the 6 trophy drivers when he first came out. Yeah, and it was a good result. They had a second place, these two Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit earlier in the season. I think it was 75 minute race, a shorter race they had there. But this is going to be a victory, first victory of the season for them. They had a DNF at Croft started expecting for the last meeting. So Dylan Richter coming through the Vale for the final time, still behind that number 55. I think it stands in aboard that car now. But Richter coming through, the clock having counted down to 0. We'll see the checkered flag to win the Tagiwa Club Enduro Championship here at Silverstone by a convincing margin in the end. Second place will go the way, we think, of Greg Saunders, who should appear through the final corner anywhere now. This is him, flashing his headlights. There's our Class B leader. That is number 8. They are, I think, a couple of laps down as over the line to complete. Where Scott Parkin just holds on to third line. Got a second from Justin Middleton towards the end. And our Class C leader also coming through as well. So our Class B and C leaders more or less together, which is nice. Class C leader Samuel Dennis, so it's going to be a 4th win out of 4. Skoda have got the fastest lap in the class as well, which they've done in every other race so far. So 4 wins out of 4 in Class C, and a Class B victory, and delight for the Flying Tangerine Racing team. We've had some ill luck this season. They have won in Class B. And there's our overall winner, Dylan Richter, who took over from Ryan Parkin, and a victor, well-deserved victor at the end of a very entertaining Club Enduro race, Marcus.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great team result for Darkside Development, 1 and 3 overall. Especially Greg Saunders, super result for him with 34 Sayat, and Major and Middleton, what a super effort from them, as well as Jones and Gansby to finish on the lead lap in their BMW. So it was Audi from Sayat, Audi from Sayat, and then in 5th place the BMW.
Yeah, 5 cars on the lead lap, headed by number 6 Dylan Richter and Ryan Parkin. 89 laps completed for them. 34 Greg Saunders was second, 11.8 seconds behind, and third was number 1 Scott Parkin. Colin Gillespie and Alok Iyengar. 9th, number 78, Matthew Stockford and Alan James. 10th, number 92, Andrew Rath and Phil Nibb. Then 13th overall, completing the Class B winner, was Chris Webster and Matthew Tidmarsh. Second in that class, number 87, Partridge, Toby Partridge and Louis Woodward. On the next screen, we'll see who was in third in Class B. Just waiting for that to scroll.